The following film is intended for mature audiences and contains adult content, graphic language, graphic violence, nudity, and strong sexual content. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yo, what the fuck? Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Father Talks. I'm your host, Jacob, or Father Scaletto. Today you may notice we are in a completely different fucking game, one that is pretty familiar to most, or at least I would really hope so. I would hope that most of the Mafia people played this before coming to GTA, because if you played GTA 4 for years and years ever since you were little, and you went to GTA 5 in 2013, then you were one of the lucky ones, because there's nothing like the first time of popping in the disc on the day of launch. If you got the disc on the day of launch, I did. You sat there for a little bit after the game installed, you got in, and there's no feeling that can ever match the first time that you got in a car and drove through the streets of Los Santos in GTA 5. To this day I remember how it felt for me. I thought it was the coolest shit in the world, and now that I go by to 360 and look at the graphics, I think it's ass. But no matter what, no matter how badly the graphics are now compared to my eyes being used to the newer consoles, myself and most of you will never lose the original deep down in the heart love for a game or a console that really that we spent a lot of time on and helped us develop. The same goes for Grand Theft Auto 4 and most of my 360 games. I still have my 360 and I love going back to these old games that I thought were so freaking amazing. Top of the edge technology, best graphics in the world, and I like being able to look at them and play the game with a sense of it's not about the graphics, it's about the memories, the storyline it gave you. And GTA 4, no matter how shitty the graphics are in my eyes now, will always be one of those games that I have a love for deep down in my soul because of the connection I had with it whenever I was growing up. Now, I've been waiting to try to see how to fit this in to the series. I've always wanted to do this. This Father's Talks will always start off, every episode will start off with me showing you the recent community news, giving appreciation to families that have reached out to me in support of the series, along with show you guys updated maps, etc., wars, just to keep you guys updated. And then we're gonna pick 3 topics to dive right into and discuss. A special thank you and shout out to Soprano for him and his wife sitting down, watching the last episode, and typing out a full review on their thoughts and opinions. Thank you. You guys are amazing. We haven't talked in a while. The last night was actually first time that we've talked in more than 1 or 2 sentences since Toronto shut down. Hope you guys are staying safe. Thank you for the support. It means a lot coming from an OG. Now, the man, the myth, the legend, the main topic of the last episode that made the community go crazy and the girls go wild, Mr. Frank Matthews steps in at an amazing time, giving his support and encouragement for me to continue the series. He actually really liked the last episode. He was 13 minutes in whenever he texted me back in the main server and said that he was cracking up laughing. So in coming from an OG, his words that what I'm doing takes a lot of dedication and all that, and I'm doing something right, especially coming from 2 OGs, we're doing something right. And thank you guys. Thank you, Mr. Frank Matthews, for your words of encouragement and your support towards the series. Now the next topic is with assassinations and wax. The only major event that I can find right now is the setup of Godfather Galante. And yes, to those of you that are confused on why I am reporting this in this series, is because I said that I'm going to be reporting news. Anything important that someone might have missed. Godfather Galante getting his shit snatched by Avante and his men taken was pretty big, and it was so big that multiple families started calling me and Brad nonstop, and Cingano. And they're like, yo, what happened? And the commission was going fucking apeshit because we didn't know what was going on. So I went to Galante and I called him. And after what I had heard, that he got blew up with a fucking car bomb while AFK and his men left his family, there was only one thing I could say, and that was I was disappointed in him. And Brad said the same thing. And now we just bully the fuck out of him because what happened was so embarrassing. He got hit so hard. You know it's bad whenever you get set up so bad that your men say fuck it. But it's one thing to get hit so hard that your men say fuck it, and the hit on your family makes the whole commission look bad. Because while he was getting set up, I was chilling watching Netflix. Brad was out with his girl or doing something crazy. Was with his girl. We were chilling. We were all in arm's reach of our Xbox. But that's not the bad part. When I found out it happened, it didn't even come from Galante. Actually, the community found out so fucking fast that Galante had just came back from being AFK. And I was already calling him. And hear me out. The thing that makes this whole thing bad and makes us dickheads and the commission look bad is whenever we found out, I started crying laughing. Everybody died laughing. Leo, how could you? I'm so disappointed in you. You got fucked. You got violated. I was scared to show my head in the fucking community discords. Oh my god. But you guys know me. I always bring something to the table. I wouldn't bring up this topic unless I could show how he got whacked. But wait, Jacob. How did you get the footage? It hasn't been released yet. Not even 5 minutes. They wouldn't let the man get a fucking water break in. Not even 5 minutes after he was assassinated, I get a message on Discord from the people that shot him with the recording of his whack. So without further ado, this is the first text that I sent out letting anybody in the commission know what just happened, because I was the first to find out. I was the first one they called and spammed because I was already talking in the Discord. But this is when I texted Brad. We're such dicks, bro. Okay, now moving on, I'm gonna have to throw some shit at you. A lot of shit. Just hang tight. I'm gonna try to go as slow as possible, but as fast as possible. Up on your screen, you see the updated Blessed Families list. As of today, this is updated. Okay, moving on. Number 2, you can see the updated turf map. Here's Upper. And here's City. Moving on. If you look on your screen, you can now see the most recent approved turf wars. Next, you can see an announcement by Don G Scaletto relating to turf. So this is a turf announcement, and actually this announcement relates to gifted turf cooldown, so this is important. Screenshot it. We're moving on. Now we are moving on to turf map callouts. As you can see, we have Rimini versus Avante. Rimini has put up no turf because they do not own any turf, but they are calling for city turf. It has been noted. Avante has accepted. We await to see the terms. Community-wide announcement is now on your screen. Grotti posted this on 12/20, stating that Grotti/Estesa Commission will be hosting the next Don's meeting on January 31st, 2021. Times are listed right there. We recommend that everybody request tags, Don's and Hierarchy tags, 72 hours to 48 hours before the meeting, and you can do so by going to Don's tags request and hitting the link and following the steps. On another note, and a very unexpected one last night, Rocco has announced that he will be educating me. Now, the screenshot's on your screen. He says he means it in the most respectful way, and I'm open to criticism. I am both scared and happy that Rocco's deciding to take part. Be scared because I feel like he's going to absolutely fucking rip into me. And I'm both happy because, shit, I get to learn something. You know, if I'm wrong about something, I get to be learned. I get to be taught. And Rocco's been around for like 8 years, bro. That's knowledge. But like he said, it's a maybe, and we have to wait for it to be confirmed. A new part of the show will be the ability for families to provide the recruitment banner for me to put up during the video to gain them members for their family. We're going to take a 1-minute advertisement break, and I'll see you guys in a few.
Fresher than a bitch, hit the mall for the fit, and we fucking standing up, I'm standing tall in your bitch. I send them bullets at your nigga, I jump wall at your click. When them shooters get the niggas calling to quit. Niggas running, ducking, falling and shit. Don't get involved with this shit because we all with the shit. Well, I'm ballin', I'm super lit, my net worth I quadruple it. This group of chicks so super thick, I might buy her new Louboutins. Ludicrous, never so dope, I did it was lucrative. All these pieces of cooking in, I never be broke again. It's a lot of yanking trying to live that life that Gucci live. They ain't beat that murder charge and kill them folks that Gucci kill. This for killers only, yeah, this for the homeless. Drug dealers only, yeah, this members only. Trap niggas only, yeah, rich niggas only. Bad bitches only, yeah, this for the homeless. This for killers only, yeah, this for the homeless. Drug dealers only, yeah, this members only. Trap niggas only, yeah, rich niggas only. Bad bitches only, yeah, this for the homeless.
Now the fun begins. We have covered every single topic, news, updates, and all that of the community, and now we can focus on discussing topics. We have about 6 minutes here to discuss the topics and all that, which is more than enough time, and this is my favorite part of the video. I love doing this. Now, if you look on your screen, there was a topic submitted by Roberto on the 7th of January. Rob states, families should be removed from their blessing rights. For inactivity, families who do not play the game but are in a commission just to sway votes is retarded. Yes, Rob. Why did you use that fucking wording, bro? You could have chose so many other words, but you chose retarded. Anyway, I agree with your statement. If a family is inactive for an extended amount of time after they receive their blessing, so like a couple months, a couple weeks, whatever it may be, if they are not active like a blessed family, if they do not do the work of a blessed family, then they shall not keep privileges of a blessed family, and they should lose their blessing, and or have their privileges restricted, and that family be punished. This is a issue currently with a select few of blessed families. I do not know their situation, so I will not name them out here publicly, but a lot of you know who they are. A lot of you have brought them up for, punishment and or review, whatever it may be. I think at this Don's meeting, especially hosted by Grotti, we need to find a solution to this, but you never know if we will or won't, so we'll just have to wait and see how the meeting goes. I was going to, the reason in the other episode that there was only one family that I put up there for the blacklisting topic is because only one family had proof on them. So, for example, this, where it names out Ramini, Avachi, and Avante, and more, but doesn't clarify who. You need to name out the exact families, reasoning, and proof whenever you submit topics, guys. And you need to be ready to talk on your topic in front of the community, so don't submit if you can't handle it. The second to last topic here states that blessing more so revolves around that family being considered of sound mind, but more so. Okay, so basically what Sandfight is saying is blessing needs to be more around community involvement and actually the family putting in work to help the community instead of just numbers in a social club. And he also adds that there should be a system to remove blessed families that show bias actions and corruption. I agree with this. This is similar to what Rob submitted, and I don't have any ideas for how that would happen. I don't know how you would determine what's biased and what's corrupt, and how you would proceed to take away their blessing, unless you just shove it up to the blessing council. We'll see. We'll see. If you're serious about this topic, then you'll be asked to speak on it. So just know, again, if you submit a topic for the Don's meeting, be ready to speak on it because they're going to call your name. So if you're not ready to speak on these topics, delete them, unsubmit, guys. But I agree with your statement. And with the idea of having something like that or doing stuff like that, I can't really just, lay out a plan on how we're going to do it. But I agree with the idea. Once again, everybody, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all the support. I'm your host, Father Scaletto. Everybody stay safe. Have a good night.